But we're going to go head to head here on NF Fill in the Blank, and Verlade is going to be the judge. And the reason I say all that now is because if you heard it last time, you know that I was robbed. It was it's totally unfair that I lost the last edition of NFL in the Blank to a guy who one of his answers was, I don't have anything.
Well, you got the 3-point question.
Literally was, I don't have an answer. And I lost to him last time. So I don't know. Do you have anything you want to add to that?
I would just say, don't make excuses, make improvements. That would be what I said. It was one of those posters that was on the wall in my 7th grade class, and I would just look at it all day. Don't make excuses, make improvements. So Whitey, I'll give you the same advice.
You know what I have to say to that?
No,
I don't really have anything. I don't have.
Oh, you're coming out swinging.
Okay, well, you're trying to win today then. That's the winning recipe.
So this is NFL in the Blank, and here is your host, Chris Verlade. Good luck, Chris Watkins.
Yeah, I don't need it.
All right, fair game, guys. Number 1. Blank will be a bust-out star for the 49ers this season.
We're going winners first.
Who's going first, sir?
Let's go with Watkins.
Okay, that's
I'm going to somehow go with Brandon Ayuk, who I feel like has been the answer to this question for the past 3 years. I just think Ayuk is ready to make that jump as the 49ers best receiver. I think Debo is kind of viewed right now, especially from the national perspective, as the 49ers best wide receiver. And I think Debo's a phenomenal playmaker. But when it comes to actually being a wide receiver, I think Brandon Ayuk, his skill set is a little more suited to that of the traditional receiver. You also have Brock Purdy being hopefully the Niners starting quarterback for the entirety of the year. He's going to be somebody who's going to throw the ball deep, not really like Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Debo benefited a lot from Jimmy having shorter passes. Ayuk, more of a deep threat. I even have stats here for you. one of my favorite stats, average depth of target last year. Debo Samuel, 4.4 yards.
At 2:30, so can we just
4.4 yards for Debo Samuel, average depth of target last year. Brandon Ayuk, 9.8 yards average depth of target. That's almost double. Actually, it's more than double that of Debo Samuel. So I just think Brandon Ayuk this year with a more downfield throwing from Brock Purdy will benefit.
That may be right, Your Honor, and dear members of the audience. But I agree with what you said, that Ayuk's been the answer to this question for so many years now that it's like, would it really be we know that he's a really good player. Would he really be a bust out star?
He just barely got over 1,000 yards last year. I think he can get like 1,300 yards and 10 plus touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, last year he had 10, 15, and 8 touchdowns.
I think at this point we know Ayuk is a quality receiver, and maybe his numbers go up, but is that what qualifies as a bust-out star?
Chris Verlade will determine.
The thing that you have to remember is that the Shanahans, Mike before Kyle, they have a way of finding these diamonds in the rough when it comes to running backs. I know Elijah Mitchell's talented, and of course you got Christian McCaffrey, but Jordan Mason in his second year as an NFL pro is going to have some help moving up the depth chart, but he's going to have opportunities, he's going to take advantage of them. And a guy that right now a lot of people are, wait, who? Jordan Mason will be the 49ers bust out star of 2023.
Good luck with that.
Whitey with the first point of the day.
What?
Watkins,
string running back?
Watkins himself saying Ayuk should have been the past 3 seasons, but wasn't. Next question. Colts rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson will be a starter by game number blank.
Go ahead, Whitey.
He'll be a starter by game number 4, and it's a terrible idea because he hasn't played much. The Colts, the owner, Mr. Irsay, was just saying over the weekend, we got to play him. We know he hasn't played much. It's going to be up to the coach, but we got to play him. When the owner is saying that for a guy you draft that highly, he's going to be playing soon. I don't think he should be. I don't think he's ready. I think it's a bad idea, but clearly they see him as one of the keys to their future, and they want him starting instead of Gardner Minshew, and I think it'll happen by week 4.
I saw some Anthony Richardson basketball highlights yesterday.
Yeah.
What a crazy athlete he is. Oh, my God. He saw him dunk from like 2 steps in from the free throw line. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to say he starts by week 12, which is their bye week is in week 11. So I think it's going to be that classic ushering in the young guy during that bye. I think Gardner Minshew is a phenomenal backup quarterback. I think he's probably the best backup quarterback you can have right now in the NFL. And I think he's going to be super solid for his entire time playing. I think it's just going to be a matter of hey, let's get this young guy in, and Gardner Minshew isn't the future, but I don't think it's going to be because Gardner Minshew doesn't play well.
I'm going to give that also to Whitey for
Okay.
Chris Watkins using the word phenomenal and Gardner Minshew together.
Phenomenal backup.
Wow.
Phenomenal backup.
I may skip.
You
the
can
next
just say
one.
you don't know. I hear it works.
I don't know.
very well.
Watkins is a strong finisher.
Yeah,
That's true.
very true.
Pro Football Talk is ranking the top 10 coaches in the NFL, and Kyle Shanahan should be number blank.
He should be number. This is me, right?
Yes,
Yeah, he should be. I'd have to say number 4 because I think he actually is better than that. But you have to give credit to those who've actually won Super Bowls, like Andy Reid, Belichick, Doug Peterson, and even the coach of the Rams, Coach McVay. So I think he should rank higher. But given the fact that he hasn't actually won a Super Bowl, Kyle Shanahan easily should rank as the 4th best coach right now in the NFL.
I just want to say that Whitey said he should rank 4th and then listed 4 coaches just for the record, just for the coach, just for the record. Hey, look, I'm not trying to win. I'm just trying to win. I'm going to say I am going to say 4th. I do agree with Whitey's argument, though. I think that you just do have to give credit to the other guys who have won Super Bowls in the past. And, you know, that's just the thing that Shanahan's missing. I think X's and O's, he's absolutely a top 3 coach, but can't put him over guys like Andy Reid, can't put him over Bill Belichick. Nick Sirianni, how about that? The guy that took down Kyle Shanahan's team last year for the Eagles. I have those 3 guys ahead of Shanahan right now.
Going to give that to Watkins for the failure of the 5th best from Whitey.
I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to stop nickel and diming.
No,
I'm going to let Chris
That's
make
fine.
the decision.
You just said you can't rank him ahead of anybody who's won a Super Bowl. Then you ranked him ahead of at least 2 guys who've won a Super Bowl. But that's okay. Maybe I'm the only one who's really paying attention.
Maybe.
You know who's going to be a sneaky good team this year? The blank.
I have the Miami Dolphins as this team. The addition of Jalen Ramsey, Bradley Chubb, Teron Armstead as well. I think the Dolphins had a great offense last year. You're going to throw, hopefully, if Tua can stay healthy, they obviously have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Also have every 49er running back who ever existed and isn't on the team anymore. They got Mostert. They got Jeff Wilson Jr. still. Possibly going to bring in Dalvin Cook. I think that defense is going to be the key to them taking a leap this year. I'm going to say the Dolphins are going to be a sneaky NFC East contender this year. How about that?
Yeah, I think it's going to be in your beloved NFC North, and I'm not going Detroit Lions. I think the Bears, this is what Eberflus' 2nd year there, and I think they've got the system in place now running these wide zone scheme, and I'm a believer in Justin Fields, and I think they have the right people in place in terms of the GM. They've drafted well. So not a lot is expected of the Chicago Bears, but I think they're going to be a sneaky good team this year. I didn't mean necessarily they're going to make the playoffs. They have a shot, but they're going to be a sneaky good team. People are going to go, wow, those Bears, you know what? They're much better than I thought they were going to be.
Going to give that to you, Whitey. Going with the Bears. Also, the Dolphins are in the AFC East, Chris.
Did I say
AFC?
NFC?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely meant AFC.
See, I wouldn't even.
I definitely
called you on that. If I'd said it, man.
I was just.
Oh, I would have destroyed you.
Go ahead and ask Rami if the Bears are going to have a good season next year. We'll see about that.
All right, but this is the last question where everything can change. The NFL team in the most dire need of a helmet design makeover is the blank.
I guess I'll go first. I have 2 teams for this, but I'll say the one that needs it the most is the Jets. I'm looking at their helmet design right now, and it is quite literally just them saying Jets in lettering, and they have a very old-fashioned, like, paint PNG looking football under it, and
I
that's
don't even
it.
know what that means.
It's just it just means like
I'm not
a
saying you're
stock
wrong or anything.
image
Yeah, okay.
of a like a football. It looks terrible. It's very basic. Also, the Cardinals incredibly boring, and they just really need a whole image redesign for the Cardinals. But,
Okay.
I'll say Jets.
Yeah, those aren't bad in my opinion, but to me, there's no question. It's the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens, their original design. I don't know if you know this story. The original design. Somebody sued them and said, "Hey, I sent that design to them. I made that," and the team lost the case, so they had to change their design.